On daily basis, she is working at Supremo Coffee.
Welcome.
Jana Elicker, welcome.
Go ahead and enjoy. Hi. Hello. So good to see you all. How are you guys feeling? You're right? Sweet. Could I do a music check, please? Can you turn it down, the volume a little bit? Wait. Okay, that should be fine. Okay, we can restart this, please. Thank you so much. Okay, ready? Hi. Okay, start the music, please. Thank you. And time. Hello, judges. Welcome and thank you so much for being here. My name is Jana, and today I would like to talk about a rather difficult topic and how my daily routine as a barista connects to it. To understand, you need to know that I've been struggling with clinical depression for over 15 years. Depression is a very uncomfortable but incredibly important issue to discuss more publicly and take away its stigma, as more than 350 million people are affected by it. The assumptions made by others about what depression or a depressed person look like aren't the only reason why depression is so excruciating. Way more damaging is the self-image depression creates in your head, making you believe that you're worthless, incompetent, and just not enough. Now, how can I possibly find a connection between coffee and that? Well, the strategic and analytical approach that I have to have as a barista, this barista approach that I learned working in coffee, helped me adapt similar behaviors in my personal life, which helps me deal with those intrusive thoughts. Let's have a look at this approach. Whenever I get to work with a new coffee, I first gather all the information that could possibly help me get an initial idea of what I might be dealing with. Excuse me. So for the coffee we're tasting today, this initial information was this coffee was grown in Colombia at Hacienda Elicker at an altitude of 2,200 meters above sea level. Well, but most importantly, it is a naturally processed geisha variety that underwent a 20-hour fermentation right before harvest, right after harvest and right before drying, excuse me. I'm going to purge the grinder now. With this bundle of information, I now naturally make assumptions about how to roast the coffee, how to extract the coffee, and obviously its flavor and aroma. So, when testing the first roasts, the flavor of the coffee just wasn't right, and I didn't know what I was doing wrong. I didn't get any of those subtle, beautiful florals, the ripe sweet berries, or maybe some citrus or tropical notes from the fermentation. I tried endless different ways to extract this coffee, and I ticked all the boxes of what I, as a barista, should be doing, but nothing seemed to work. I always ended up with that same intensely bright and astringent acidity. So the one thing I'm supposed to be able to do as a barista, dial in a beautiful geisha coffee, and I was just simply incapable. This could have been the perfect breeding ground for my depression, as all my self-doubt seemed to be proven right. But through working with such an unpredictable and fluctuating product such as coffee, I learned to let go of those negative thoughts and rather look at the situation objectively. Look at each and every parameter over and over again until I find the solution to my problem. And the solution I did find in the end. I'm going to use the same recipe for all three beverages today of 20.5 grams in to extract 50 grams out at a long extraction time of 37 seconds, which will enhance the sweetness and also the complexity. This will give us an espresso with a light to medium body, with a silky mouthfeel, a medium to high acidity that reminds of tropical fruits, a medium to high sweetness that will remind you of sweet berries, and a low to medium bitterness. You will get as floral flavors, jasmine and bergamot. As berries, you're gonna taste raspberry and blueberry, and a citrus and tropical note, you're gonna get pomelo and fresh mango, in addition to flavors of almond, brown rum, and a long-lasting, complex aftertaste of cacao nips. This coffee gets sweeter as it cools down, which is why I didn't preheat the cups, and why I'm also asking you to please stir your espresso slowly 10 times before taking your first sip and while taking in the aroma. And you can dispose of your little spoons in the little glasses right next on your place setting. Please, here you go, and enjoy. Here you go, enjoy. And I'll be back with your next course. Now, this initial tiny hiccup could have turned into a full-blown trigger for me that would have left me immobilized and would have impacted my life for the next few hours, days, or even weeks. And it wouldn't allow me to see anything but that one thing I was supposed to be able to do, but I couldn't straight away. But through working with this barista approach and just looking at the facts and the data, I got to control the situation rather than letting it control me. And only by doing so, I found the solution to the problem. It wasn't actually the extraction. This coffee needed a way more rigorous sorting before roasting, and also a lower drop temperature of 150 degrees. A longer development, also at a lower temperature. This now gives us those beautiful geisha flavors you just experienced. Now that I know how to get those flavors, I as barista obviously want to know how I can work with the coffee and how to amplify the experience for you guys. So for the milk beverage, I chose a local whole milk, which was already naturally sweet, but I wanted to push it even further, so I used the freeze distillation method to remove most of the water content from the milk, which will amplify the sweetness, it will cut through the acidity and change the silky mouthfeel from the espresso to creamy to velvety. It will change the fresh fruit flavors to dried fig, raisin, dates, ripe strawberry, nougat, sweet hazelnut liqueur, and a long-lasting aftertaste of milk chocolate.